Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. Since last time I went ahead and reestablished or, set up my materia and everything like that, it's not incredibly important for right now, because we're not going to be staying here for all that long. In the City of the Ancients, that is. Now, in order to get through the forest back here, we need an item called the Lunar Harp, which can be found by excavating this area here. So if you come and talk to this guy, he'll let you know all about that. So you say you want the Lunar Harp, and he tells you to talk to the guy in the tent below. So we go down here. They actually didn't fix some of the character models here. They're still from the original. You look at the proportions of Cloud in comparison to that girl on the left. A few of those models that they didn't change. Anyways, come talk to this guy. Say start digging, and if you're looking for other treasure, I'm actually going to put a guide in the description for where you can find all the different treasure you can find here in Bone Village. But for now, if you want the Lunar Harp, you only want them to look for the Lunar Harp. Say you want to look for the Lunar Harp and also the Lunar Harp. Let them know that's all you want to find. That way, they won't be looking for other things as well. Because if you do that, if you say, look for Lunar Harp and good treasure, they might look. I'll show you what they do. You place the people down in different spots, and then you basically activate an explosion. And when you do that, all of the people that you've set down will look in the direction of a treasure you can dig for. And if you have them looking for more than just the Lunar Harp, then they might end up looking in the direction of a different treasure than the Lunar Harp. So that's why you want to say Lunar Harp twice. Now I know for a fact it's going to be somewhere in this area. It always is in the same spot, but you have to set up all the staff here anyway. So I like to set them up in these 5 positions. And then they should look somewhere to the center here, and then that's where we'll dig. And then ignite the bomb, and you'll see that they'll all start looking in the direction where the Lunar Harp is. So, if you follow their line of sight, you can see it's probably somewhere in this area. Let's just say there. And they should be able to find it. Alright, we got the Lunar Harp. That's what we were looking for. Now there's all kinds of treasure you can find that you can excavate here in Bone Village. I'm not going to be doing that right now. And there will be a guide if you want to look that up yourself in the description. Okay, now we can go through the sleeping forest here. Okay, now if you look to the left side of the screen, you should eventually see a red materia. There it is. You gotta run and grab it really fast, the Kujata materia. Really easy to miss that one. Let's see, I'll show you what it does here. What can I get rid of? I don't want to get rid of either of those. I don't want to get rid of Titan either. I want Elemental Shiva on him because there's an enemy that can use ice attacks. Let's get rid of, like, fire for now. So what Kujata does is it's actually a summon that does a bunch of elemental attacks. The first attack is a lightning attack, and then it follows up with an ice attack, and then a fire attack. And it looks like it also follows up with an earth, but it's not an earth attack. It doesn't actually do earth damage at the end. Anyways, it's a really cool summon. A couple of setbacks for it, though, are that if the enemy you're fighting is immune to any of those elements, any one of them, doesn't matter if it's weak to ice, but strong to fire. If it's strong to fire, it's going to absorb or deflect the entire attack. It's not just going to be that one part of it. It's not calculated that way. Another thing that sucks about it is that you cannot pair it up with an elemental materia to get defense against those elements either, which I think is unfortunate, but oh well. Okay, one chest to pick up on this screen. Right over here. Get a water ring. That's going to be useful. Keep in mind that you want to be using Sid to kill most of the enemies you find. We need to get lots of kills for him. Also, don't use Aqua Lung in this area. There are a couple of enemies that are immune to it. So use Beta instead. I really like this screen. I think it's awesome. Okay. Now, you can, at this point, after having used the Lunar Harp in the Sleeping Forest, you can go back and do another battle at Fort Condor. Don't do it yet, though, because there's a treasure we can pick up here at the City of the Ancients that you'll want to take back with you as well during that trip. First, let's go over here to the left. And get this treasure chest up at the top. These little like blue glowing orbs here, you can interact with these. Okay, I think you can also come back into here and pick something up. Let's see, how do we get there? I don't think you can fight any battles here, which is nice, but there is a treasure right over here. It's an Aurora Armlet, which would be a good piece of armor if we didn't already have the Adamant Bangles. Okay, and then let's go over to the right before heading back to, well, I'm not going to go fight the Fort Condor battle, but there is a lot of stuff I'm going to need to go back to do before the next story event. Here's another one of these things you can interact with. Okay, one more treasure to get before heading back. Now you need to be careful in here. Actually, I think there's another thing. You can't interact with this one. You gotta be careful here because if you sleep, if you take a rest here during this part, you're gonna move on to the next story sequence and you'll miss out on the opportunity to do the Fort Condor battle. So when you come up here and asks to rest, say no. Come and grab the third enemy skill materia from back here. And make sure you take that back with you so you can learn all the enemy skills for it before moving on to the next story event. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to head back and learn all of the enemy skills for this new enemy skill materia. There are 2 so far that we have gotten that we won't be able to get right now. You can't get laser, and you can't get trine. If you remember, we got trine from the boss in the Nibble Mountains. He's not there anymore. We will be able to get it later on in the game, so don't worry. You could also get it from Godo, which is the last boss in the Wutai tower. But we already beat him as well, so we can't go back and do that. Deathclaw is the enemy that we got laser from, and we can't encounter them anymore because you can only find them in the Coral prison, and you can't go back to the Coral prison anymore for the rest of the game. The next opportunity we'll have is against Dark Dragon, which is much later on in the game on the north continent. So we will have a chance to get those 2 enemy skills eventually for those of you who want to get every enemy skill in the game on all 3 enemy skills. So anyways, I'm going to go back, get all the other enemy skills, and I'm also going to probably level Sid's limit breaks up in that time as well. There's going to be a lot of grinding going on. I'll have him doing most of the kills. So in my PlayStation 1 run of the game, I was able to do that, you know, in the course of time of getting the other enemy skills. I leveled up all of his limit breaks. So that's probably what's going to happen by the time I come back. So I will see you guys in a couple hours probably. Well, not for you, but for me. Alright, I'm still not done collecting all the enemy skills and things that I wanted to, but since I was in the area, I thought I'd come back to Cosmo Canyon and show off a couple of lines of dialogue with some people that I missed last time I was here. You can actually talk to the elders, and they'll give you some background on... Oh, did they not say it anymore? Okay, hold on. Hold on. So while I was here in Mutai getting the magic hammer enemy skill, I figured I'd come in here and let you guys see a few things that I missed last time I was here. First things first, the Turtle's Paradise flyer is actually in here, in Yuffie's house, down in the basement. Right here. So there you go. That's actually where that's at. Now, I can't remember if I did this or not. I know I did it on my PS1 run of the game, but I don't think I showed you guys this part. There are some stairs over here that you can climb. You have to climb them like a ladder. You have to press the circle button. And then there's a treasure over here, which has an HP absorb material. Not sure why I forgot to show that off last time I was here, because like I said, I did that on the PS1 run of the game right before I, you know, did this run for you guys to see. Okay, I believe that was everything I missed here in Wutai, so, and I think I have all the enemy skills now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I've picked up all the ones I can at this point. The only ones I can't get right now, like I said, are Laser, which I can't get from the Death Claws because I can't go back to Corel Prison. And I can't get Trine right now. Death Sentence is another one I should have let you know about, though. We originally got this from some enemies in the Cave of the Gi, and you can't go back to the Cave of the Gi. So let me show you where you can get this enemy skill otherwise. Okay, so on this screen here, on your way to the City of the Ancients, you can come across an enemy. That one right there in the front. I forget his name, and I'm not going to manipulate him right now because I already... Oops, don't use Aqualung, what am I thinking? Use Beta. Anyways, the guy in the front there, you manipulate him, he can teach you Death Sentence. So that's how you're going to learn that enemy skill. Alright, we are back to the City of the Ancients again. Now, in order to continue the storyline, can I please go this way? Please? Please, will you let me go this way? What is wrong with this game? Okay. In order to progress to the next story event, we have to rest inside of this place. Controls. Are you serious right now? Alright, so for this sequence, I've decided to bring Barrett and Tifa along, just for story purposes. If you want to bring, like, the strongest party members, I would think you would want to bring Sid and Red 13 with you right now, because the weapons we have for them are easily the strongest. But don't worry about it too much. We should be fine with whatever party you want to bring. I'm going to be very quiet during this part, by the way. I will explain my setup before going into the next part, though. Before you go down those stairs, you can it's hard to see them, but there's some like blue stairs there. Before going down there, make sure you come up and grab the comet materia from up here. If you had come to the City of the Ancients before you went to the Temple of the Ancients, these stairs would not have been here. Alright, we have a save point right here. I'm going to go ahead and save and explain my setup real quick, and then I will shut up for a while. So, let's go with equipment first. So I have atomic scissors, adamant bangle, and a water ring on Barrett. The water ring's pretty important. On Cloud, I have the Murasame, which gives me more materia slots, Adamant Bangle, and Champion Belt. And then if my R button would work, Tifa with the Diamond Knuckle, that is, Aurora Armlet, so that we could have more slots for materia, and a Champion Belt. For materia, I have Bahamut just to work on it, Enemy Skill, Restore All, Kujata just to work on it, and Chocobo Lure just to work on it. For Cloud, make sure you have Titan Elemental on his weapon. There's a boss we'll be fighting soon that is weak to Earth Elemental attacks. So, Elemental Titan on his weapon, cover, counterattack, enemy skill, restore all. And then for Tifa, restore all, another all just to work on it, preemptive just to work on it, enemy skill, Ramu, long range, so that she can be in the back row. Elemental Leviathan, this is important too. If you can't guess by now, the boss is going to have water attacks. Alright, here we go. All right, so that is the end of part 1 of the game, which would have been the first disc if you're playing the PS1 version. Anyways, yeah, pretty incredible scene there. I actually ruined that for myself because I had the PC version as a kid. It comes with a folder in the save, or in the game folder, that has all the FMV sequences in it. And I remember I went through and I watched all of those, and I watched that scene where Sephiroth comes down and stabs Aerith. And I was like, whoa, what? Like, totally ruined the scene for myself, but you know, still a great scene. Still really impactful when I saw it for the first time in context. Anyways, even though we're only at the end of part 1, we're actually a little bit more than halfway through the game. So disc 2 and 3 are actually, even combined, disc 2 and 3 are not as long as disc 1. So we're making good time on the game. It shouldn't be, too many more episodes before we get all the way through it. But I'm going to be taking a break from this game for the rest of the week. I have a bunch of Demon Souls videos I want to upload. So we'll get back to this next week. So look forward to that. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Peace.